played.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? We know it's the Raiders. We know they suck. But how did we play against them?
Yeah, because
we dominated them.
The
like
Cardinals
you're supposed
suck,
to.
and we got crushed by them, embarrassed at home.
Exactly. Cardinals ain't no good with Jacoby Brissett. Stop it.
You want to check and see if we're live? Check on the YouTube stream. I think
we
we're
live?
good, but I
live?
want to double check.
Let me see.
Just double check.
Let me see.
The microphone check.
Let me see if it'll show me
double
instantly
check.
when I go to it.
Let me go to the page.
Hurry up.
It's coming up next. Pop in tonight if you want to hear the truth.
If you want to hear the truth. There it is.
It's
I see it.
BGJ Show.
I see it. There it go. There it go.
BGJ Show. And we're coming in hot. We're coming in hot.
My name is T.
What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James.
What's everybody?
This Cowboys front
Now,
office.
other people trying to go live too, but that's all right. Come on in here.
And we're in. Keep it going.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Oh, I see them numbers coming up. Let's get it, man.
One more
Let's
on
get it,
time
man.
tonight.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. I need some Dak moments. I need Dak moments these next 3 weeks.
Hit the like button and subscribe.
Yeah. Hit all that. We about to have a good ass show, y'all. We about to talk these Cowboys, Philly, and guess what? Cowboys winning Sunday.
That's right. It was the get right game
Yeah.
for the defense, but also the offense because they got back on track too.
Yeah. For sure. GP, can I get a witness?
Wow, what a game.
Hey, well, I'll tell you about that GP.
I think everybody's like, who did watch that video right now, they're probably like, wow, that dude was right. He was on point. Look at that. Because it started slow. I was a little bit worried at first. You got the 3 and out, then you
Yes.
had the fumble, and I'm
Yes.
like, here we go. But I'm like, okay, maybe the defense can play good and we can have some hope there. But then the offense started clicking when they started going to who?
GP, can I get a witness?
And that's
George
what
Pickens,
happened.
he gives you the edge. Sorry, babe.
And you know what? A little nugget about Pickens before we jump into it. He's got the most yards through the first 10 games of a Cowboys career of any player. You think about all the good receivers they've had.
Damn, for real?
Yep. Most yards through his first career 10 games as a Cowboy.
That's crazy.
That's Des Bryant, T.O., all these guys.
Sign that, man. Whatever you got to do, Jerry. You already know you're going to franchise tag him. He cannot leave the Dallas Cowboys, period. If this has to be one of those, this has to be one of this times that where Joe Burrow said, I don't give a hell what you got to do, G. You better sign T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Did he say that? He said, I don't give a hell what you do. T. Higgins cannot leave the building.
Yeah, I mean, with Pickens, you see the difference he makes out there. I mean, he runs crazy. I was saying he kind of reminded me a little bit his running style, a little bit of like Le'Veon Bell in there with the way he can hesitate with his body.
And he's tall and runs straight up and just sets you up with the moves.
His release right off the route is crazy, the way he puts that foot in the ground and goes. That cut was crazy he did when he scored that touchdown. It was like a no-look cut. I never seen that. A no-look. Like he faked, he probably saw him through that visor. The dude couldn't see his eyes. He just, whoop.
And it was a
changed
setup.
direction and just flew right in.
It was a setup move, G. It was almost like he was setting him up like I'm going to run, like I'm running toward the end zone and touchdown.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like you said, a setup, like baited him into it with the no look, the hezzy, this, I don't know. He was just killing him out there. Like you said, the attitude, the Michael Irvin type comparison, the way he gets up after he makes a big play like that, stares down the defense, points the ball. Yeah, he's crazy. He had a huge game, and that's the reason why the offense did what it did.
I mean, like I said, dog, I tried to tell y'all people, y'all had people go on Twitter. Man, hush up. Ain't nobody diss no CD Lamb. Never. CD's a dog. But guess what? I'm going to keep on saying it. George Pickens a Uber dog. He a Uber dog. CD dog. He Uber dog. You know what I'm saying? And George Pickens, it's almost like I tried to tell people when CD Lamb came in the league, he had Amari Cooper, right? Amari Cooper was brush your hair, my waves got to be nice. My My fits is on point. We go to the nice restaurant. This is not a diss. We go to the nice restaurants. You know, we stay G'd up. CD saw that. Go ahead, baby. You can have it. CD saw that, right? I think CD got a little gutter in him. But, you know, he didn't bring it out with Amari Cooper. George Pickens came over here and said, "What's up, dog?" Gutter came out. And I got friends like that. You got friends like that, G. You could be around some people and you'll ball with them, right? You'll play really good with them, and we vibe because you respect what they do. You respect their ability, so you play good with them. But then you get that one guy who comes in and you're like me and you did. I'm just compare me and you, because when me and G, when we was in media school, we was just chilling. Me and G looked at each other. He had his Cowboy stuff. I had my Cowboy stuff. I said, "There it is, there it is. That's my dog." We dapped up, we linked up, and it was like instant chemistry from day one. A1. We didn't have to talk about stuff. It was this instant chemistry, and I'm gonna keep it real. You saw what we did in the streets in the beginning, and we back now. It was the instant chemistry, G, with me and you. We instantly hit it off. We vibed. We didn't have to talk to each other. We knew each other's brains, right?
Yep.
It's the same thing with CD. When CD got Pickens over there, he like, "That's my dog." I like you, Amari, but that's my dog, George Pickens. He's what he brings it out of me. Whatever I might keep in, he brings it out of me. You feel me? Go ahead. Okay. So when I know they got in a little trouble, you know, at the whatever they was doing and kicking it at 7:30 in the morning and whatever. Okay, but you know what? Y'all still balled out. I'm just saying, because they boys. These dudes is boys. That's why you can't break them up. This is what CD wanted. CD needed a guy like him. I'm not saying he's more alpha than him, but what I am saying is he's that vocal guy. He's the one that gets, like, I've had friends where I know who I am, but then he's different. So when he gets to turning up, it makes me turn up more. I have friends like that, and I feel like that's what it is with CD and Pickens. It's a natural chemistry, and since it's a natural chemistry like that, you cannot break it up.
Yeah, they got to do something to get him locked in there for sure. They call themselves the Mario Bros. I haven't heard a lot of that, but they haven't played a whole lot.
They
together.
Tupac and Snoop Dogg for me.
Lamb also
America's most.
Lamb also had another. So there's a lot of good nuggets from this game because Lamb passed Des Bryant in catches for the franchise, putting him in third all time behind Michael Irvin, Jason Witten. So that's a pretty big accomplishment for 88 right there too, who's in that club with the 88. So you got Irvin, Lamb, and Dez, top four right there. So that's another. So even though those guys got in trouble, they still managed to come out and
shout out to my dog Tuck. Not to mean to cut you off. Shout out to my dog Tuck, CFO gang.
I'm done.
Oh,
that was it.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that Raiders game right quick. Right? Because we need to talk about Quentin Williams. I love your Pickens, but I seen Pickens all year. And I seen CeeDee Lamb all year, but I ain't seen a Quentin Williams. I ain't seen a Quentin Williams because Dallas ain't had a Quentin Williams in a long time. They had a Quentin Williams and a David Irvin, but David Irvin didn't dedicate himself to the game. David Irvin was a monster, but he didn't dedicate himself to the game. If David Irvin would have had that Aaron Donald mentality, David Irvin going to Hall of Fame. 6'7", 300. I knew I was going to say that 6'7". She don't do it.
Oh, 6'7".
Heck yeah. But, you know, we talked about Irvin, how, man, if he would just mentally, right? But you got a guy with the mentality, the mentals, right, G? Q is that guy, Bama boy, and he is that person that I don't like to lose. You heard him when he was in the Jets. He said, "Hey, it wears on you. I need to win. I'm about winning. I ain't gonna sit here and be no loser." That's the type of people I want on my team. Somebody who's like, "I'm pissed off. I don't care. I don't care if I got accolades. I don't care if that's all good that I'm on the top 100. That's all good that I'm an all pro. But we're losing and I'm pissed." So he brings that attitude over here day one, A1. And what we say, I said he was going to get a sack. He got a 1.5. But did you see? I know the Raiders line ain't good. I know the Raiders ain't good. I ain't fooling up. Raiders ain't good. I know that. But what are you supposed to do with bad teams? Dominate them. You don't struggle with the bad teams. You don't keep them bad teams in the game, G. You kick them bad teams' ass, right? And that's what Dallas did. We talked about in the very beginning. It was a little iffy in the first quarter, but I'm telling you, once Quinnen Williams got in the game, and y'all can't tell me you didn't see it the first play, he was motivated. He came in that mud sucker knocking everybody down, centers, guards. He remember, G, when I made that video, I said, Quinnen Williams need to come over here and show you why you traded for me, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
He showed you why you traded for me.
Yeah.
Jerry was over there sitting there doing this.
I'm about to say Jerry was real
Jerry
happy.
was over there like, I got him. We got one. That's what Jerry was doing. We got one. I got this one right. Jerry was happy as hell. Like, I did it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because now you got a real dog. Philly got, when we're going to talk about that Philly game, they got a Jalen Carter. He a dog.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants got Dexter Lawrence. He a dog. Cowboys got Quinnen Williams. Now we matching you. And you got a Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark's a dog. I don't give a hell what you
Yeah,
say.
you got a lot of news.
And guess what? Osa better now. And guess what? Solomon Thomas didn't even play in that game, dog. And Solomon Thomas nice. Now Solomon Thomas there. What? Now you actually got legit. And Perrion Winfrey, all three of them play with the Jets. White Cotton was your coach. Camaraderie, continuity. And he's coming off injured reserve. Now you're getting all the troops. Ezraku's playing better. Clowney playing better. Overshown. He's back. Nothing happened. I'm happy. You get what I'm saying? You got you called it out a couple weeks ago, G, with Carson, 21. Our draft pick who was a wash last year, he's playing good. Revel looked okay. Revel looked real okay in that game.
He looked real long.
I think I might have been right with the Jalen Ramsey comparison.
He only had 19 plays.
I might have been right. And you know who didn't play? Elam.
Yep.
Because Carson took his spot.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? When we talk about that Philly game, it was a whole bunch of players. Now, I know Jalen Carter didn't play in that game, but it was a whole different defense in that game. And they still didn't do nothing against us. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But that's my Quinnen Williams thing. And you still got Logan Wilson, who plays solid, right? You got additions now. You didn't have those. So when we talk about the new season, you got 8 games now. Me and G talked about it off air, and we're going to talk about it more. The 2018 season, you were 3-5. You had lost to the Titans. You made that trade. You made that trade because the year before in 2017, you didn't go to the playoffs. You came in this year flu-gazing around. You lost Dez. Oh, we don't need all kind of receivers. We can do receiver by committee for Dak Prescott, and we're going to be all right. And then you saw it crashed and burned and smacked you in the face, and you said, okay, we effed up. Let's go ahead and make a real trade. You got Amari Cooper, and right after that, he inspired that whole offense, G. We saw it live. We went to games. We saw it live how Amari changed our whole offense. He inspired us. So that's what Quinnen Williams, he's had a great start. That's what he has to do the rest of the year.
Yeah. Quinnen Williams, he was third actually on snaps at defensive tackle there. So they didn't even fully unleash him yet. Osa had the most snaps. I pulled up a tweet that had shown how many snaps everybody played in the game.
DMV, I just want to give a quick shout out. My dog DMV from Cover 3. Cowboys, Fan Talk, my dog Rome, CFO gang, DMV gang, Cover 3. Make sure you check them out. They dogs in the street. Them is my dogs. I appreciate y'all being in the feed. I'm just trying to talk some Cowboy stuff tonight. Me and my dog, Producer G.
Yeah, and we talked about it too before the game, how good Geno Smith could be because we've seen that, and they weren't able to do that. They did get a few chunk plays kind of early on. You're like, man, you're still seeing some big holes out there, but they seem to clean that up, and they were opportunistic with that interception. So they definitely look improved. Still some issues, obviously, but all those new players, I'm sure they got to play a couple games to start really clicking together. So we'll see how that ends up going. But good start best defensive game of the season. I think the lowest amount of points they allowed this year.
Most sacks in the game.
Yeah, so it was all clicking against 2-7 or 2-8 now, or maybe 2-7. Anyway, 2-win Raiders. So I don't want to get too excited, but you are excited because you saw the new guys. Logan Wilson looked real good too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he led the team in snaps at linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So he's instantly out there being a guy who's probably like your quarterback of your defense. And then Overshown was actually second, which was surprising because I thought they were going to kind of lightly put him in, but he had a lot of snaps.
But that feels good because I feel good that they can give him that many snaps and there was no bumps in the road. That's what I'm excited about. So that makes me feel good going forward. And then even when I'm talking about Elam, who they traded for from Buffalo, he hasn't really done good. He's been kind of a bust. But now, guess what? I bet you Elam starts making plays now. You know why? Because then I got Revel. See, when you get competition changes everything. Guess what? Terrence Steele, they sat there and said Terrence Steele, Tyler Guyton had some of their best games of their life. You know why? Because somebody threatened your bitch in your ass. Somebody said, yeah, there's going to be competition. You might not be starting next week. That Max Crosby coming off the line. Look, they was blocking like this. I ain't sitting down. You feel me? Competition changes everything. And see, this is why we talk about, G, you got to get dogs in here. You can't have – don't act like y'all don't know what the F I'm talking about, dog. If y'all played any kind of sports, if you played, right, and you're good and you just got regular players with you, don't tell me you don't lax a little bit. I played, and I know. Don't tell me you don't because you just guys, you get dogs on your team, though. Ain't no laxing. Job be gone. Yeah, play around if you want to. Don't shoot around if you want to. That dude is wanting your spot. Ain't going to take it because he's nice. You know what I'm saying? Competition changes everything. That's why you see those Ohio States and Alabama, those top teams, right? All those best players go there because the competition is going to weed that out. You're going to play. When you got a guy behind you and you know he's not going to take –
Go ahead.
Okay. You know he's not going to take your spot. It's different. When you're playing and you know that this dude, he might take my spot, I bet you play good. And that's what I like. So now we got guys, babe. Now we got guys, G, and now we got guys, chat, that on that defense, you got to bring it or you're going to be sitting. And actually, you have a legitimate defensive line now. I mean, I'm not even hyping this team. Don't come on my page talking to me, say I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Don't you do it because I'm not. I'm just talking reality. You got Quinnen Williams, who's a all-pro. Kenny Clark is really good. Osa Okwudozua, he's I ain't gonna say really good. He's good. Clowney has been in the league and he's legit. It ain't like Clowney's no bum. As a Raku, you're a rookie. That arrow's going this way. You got sneaky Dante Fowler might get some sneaky stuff. You feel me? We ain't even mentioned James Houston.
I was about to say James Houston.
I didn't even mention James Houston.
Is he leading the team in sacks?
I think he might.
5 or 6 or something
Because I
like
think
that.
he got a sack in that game.
Yeah, he did. And
you feel me? And
he just don't see the field a lot, but when he comes in there, he gets them.
You get what I'm saying? That's a legit defensive line going forward, and competition makes you play like that. Wasn't nobody fearing Dallas when they had and Jay Toia. Now you feel good about him. I love that token. He gonna be good, but now who's he learning from? You have Mozzie in the building with Jay. He ain't learning from no Mozzie. Jay learning from Quinnen. Jay learning from Kenny Clark. Jay going to be better next year. He 335 pounds. Bet you he's a better player because that D-line room is a real room. And that's why we get on the front office, G. Get the real players in there. Stop effing around and get real dogs in there. And guess what? It changes. Guess what? You're going to have to spend some money. You might have to be in salary cap hell for a couple of years, but you got to take them gambles because if you're really talking about going to the Super Bowl, this is what you do. And now people are actually really excited because now you feel like we got a defense that can mess with you. We already know about our offense, but we can stop you. Now you feel good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I dropped the mic.
Yeah, that does feel good to have.
Babe likes smoking. She likes,
especially when you got an offense that good. yeah. And when this cuts out like that, you can just keep going. It's just
Okay.
our headphones.
It just
they
throws,
can still hear us. I know it goes off.
It throws me off. I'm sorry.
For some reason, it's being real sensitive.
It just
tonight.
throws me off. It's like, I'm like, did I mess up?
But yeah, I had been saying this earlier that our defense, all they needed to do was play a little bit better. Well, now you just got a whole bunch of guys back, and those guys are only going to keep working in. Glad we didn't see any injuries or anybody get hurt. But yeah, Revel, you're talking about him, man. He did look really good in the time he was in there. Looked real long. He's misdirecting guys. He was covering Bowers. He was doing some good things. I thought he was pretty glued to his guys when he was on them.
Bruh. You smiling over there, G, because you know who he is.
Yeah, because he was big.
He's big. He's big. Was I lying when I said Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah, I mean, he might be bigger than him.
That motherfucker's wingspan.
His arms.
When he spreads his arms and just when he gets on the field, he just looks menacing.
Big presence.
Big presence. And if I can match you as big as I am, and I can match you speed-wise, and I can stay with you, redirect you, get physical with you, that's a change in the whole game. And I'm going to keep it real. Y'all need to figure out something with that Diggs thing. You better y'all need to come to the table and say we're both sorry. And let's make this work the rest of the year. Because if Diggs is healthy, you need to get his ass back on that field. Diggs, Bland, Revel, Butler when he comes back, Carson who's playing good. You actually like, damn, man, y'all need to sit down and let them emotions go and figure that out. Let him go next year. Figure it out and make it work because Diggs needs to be on this team right now with this defense. Opportunistic. What? This is the time, man. I've said it too many times, G. We seen the Giants when they were dead in the water with Tom Coughlin, and everybody's like, their season's over. They ain't winning nothing. They go win 7 in a row, and they in the Super Bowl. Make a run, go 7 in a row, and go win the Super Bowl. They did it both of their Super Bowl years, I believe. If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, tell me. But I think both of those Super Bowl years, they were playing terrible football, and then everybody put them out, and then they went on runs, and then bam. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the Steelers do it. We've seen plenty teams. Dallas did it in 2018. We beat the Seahawks and we came back in that game. And that was the game. If we had defense, we really should have went to the NFC Championship that game because our defense failed us in the 2018 season because it wasn't Dak's fault. Dak was busting ass in that game. Can y'all make a run like that? And we just talked about it, G. Everybody's like, well, they playing teams with winning records. This ain't the same Chiefs. Eagles, they're 8-2, but nobody's scared of them.
Yeah, the Eagles' last 2 games.
I'm scared of the Eagles.
Yeah, I say that. Actually,
gonna beat you.
Actually, the last 2 games they haven't scored many points. They beat the Packers 10-7, and then they just beat the Lions 16-9. So some low scoring games. So if our defense can hold up like that, we could just put up 25 points. You might be able to win that game. You think they're going to win? I know you do.
Dallas is going to win that game.
Oh, real quick though, before we go on to that game, one last thing for the Raiders, just a last little nugget here. Dak also accomplished something in that game. The most games with 3 touchdown passes in franchise history there. So
he's breaking all those records.
A lot of new things happened in that game. And then Ryan Flournoy scored.
I like Ryan.
Yeah,
I
say, man, he needs to be the number 3 for sure.
Yes, he does.
And that's a nice rotation with him in there.
I love him.
I want to see more of him. I
love
like
him.
the guys that out there too, but
I love him.
He's one of those guys that's not getting paid a lot that can really help you out.
He's a glue guy.
Another weapon.
He's a glue guy. He's the dude that does all the dirty work for you and don't need no accolades. I'll do all the dirty work. You don't got to talk about me, but I'm going to make plays. That's flow. You don't got to talk about me. You can talk about GP and you can talk about CD, but I'll be catching them 2 touchdowns on the sneaky tip, just like he did in that game, and bodied them. You ain't flow physical. That's why I like him. He blocking you. He catching physical. He makes the tough catches. You want to make a big catch. You want to throw somebody who's going to make a big catch. You go to flow. That's the truth.
He's got a little bit of He's got a little bit of Des Bryant in him. Is what it kind of feels like.
I'm gonna think about him tonight because he reminds me of somebody. I gotta think about him tonight.
Man, we gotta move on.
Let's talk about this Philly game.
All right, yeah. So, okay, yep. Let's move on to that. So Eagles coming up Sunday, back to a Sunday game, and then so they got a short turnaround too because they don't have that. They got the Thanksgiving game, so a couple games here in a short period of time. But Eagles next, winnable game. What do you think about that one?
We're winning that game, and I was actually looking at the game before I got here, G, and I just want to go rehash and look at it. So we lost the game 24-20, right? Nothing really happened in the second half, but that drive where Jake Ferguson, I understand it. You had a concussion. I understand it. But Dak threw you a perfect pass. You dropped it. That would have been 27-24 right there. That could have changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had good old Miles Sanders, who was doing all the hula shake after he ran a long run and got caught doing all the hula shake, and then you fumble.
Mm-hmm.
That changed the whole game right there.
Yeah.
And then we saw this two. Now I looked at the two CD. That one last pass he threw, it was on that was tough. That was a tough one, but you could have caught it, but that was a tough catch. But that one, Dak threw that laser, and it was like 3rd and something, and he threw it right in your hands, and it bounced off his chest, and Reed Blankenship almost caught it. That would have been that was a laser. Hit you.
That's when you felt like, okay, Dak's different this year.
That's exactly.
That was like a small window.
Exactly.
Perfect accuracy.
And the way he did it was all that pressure around him, and he threw that. I was like, okay, Dak is different.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing
Something's
I thought.
Clicking on him.
Something is different. Dak doing that right there. So I was like, okay, you got to catch that CD, because if your quarterback is doing that, bro, you got to make them plays. You the man. So
yeah, and thank God the game wasn't on the line Monday night, because he dropped one that should have been a touchdown on that 4th down.
Right. You feel me?
Late in the game was over. But had that been game on the line or something, yeah, that would have.
Them lapses in kind of concentration. We've seen that from CDG. We've seen that, right? But I just feel like when I watched that game, we had a lot of squander opportunities. But this is what I looked at too, G. We didn't have half of this defense that you have now. That's the difference. Once again, I'm going to tell you, quarterbacks do not like pressure up the middle. You can evade the pressure. And you know how I can say that? I would just rewatch the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. Derek Thomas still has the record for most sacks in the game, 7 in the game. They played the Seahawks that game. And when they played them that game, he was murdering that the offensive line. He's a DM, murdering them, right? 7 sacks, killing them. The last play of the game, Derek Thomas got off the line quick. He had the sack, but guess what happened? David Craig avoided the sack. He ducked. Derek Thomas missed him. David Craig threw a bomb. Touchdown. Game over. So this is the moral of the story. I love defensive ends. He had 7 sacks in that game, but guess what? They still lost because he evaded the pressure, because he didn't have no pressure in the middle, G. Nobody had pressure in the middle. He could just step into his throw, and he threw a touchdown because he could step into his throw. Quentin Williams is going to stop all that, because Jalen Hurts in that game, he only threw for 159 yards. A.J. Brown didn't catch a pass until the 4th quarter. Saquon Barkley only ran for 66 yards on 18 carries. He averaged 3.8 yards a carry. Jalen Hurts had 9 carries in that game for 66 yards. 7 of them were for first downs. 5 of them were on 3rd down. He had 2 rushing touchdowns.
You think Dak is better than him?
Yes. Dak is a better – now this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Dak is a better QB as far as throwing the ball, but I think Jalen Hurts has the winner thing over him right now. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't jump. Everybody don't leave the feed. Don't leave the feed, because y'all.
Are we going to cut this video?
What did he say? Jalen Hurts. Okay, I get it. The man wins, though. No matter what the hell you say, he wins. And don't tell me you would care if Dak was throwing for 100 yards and getting 3 Super Bowls.
You'd rather have the Super Bowls.
Okay. So I'm not hyping no Hurts, but he makes plays to win the game. He just does. He makes plays to win the game. He may not be doing shit all game. He makes the big plays to win the game. No matter what the hell you say about him, he knows how to make those big game plays, and that's why that defense. But one thing I know about Jalen Hurts too is you can get on him early. He holds that ball too long, and the Eagles people have been saying is that he don't trust himself on them laser throws that where you gotta hit it right there. He don't trust himself. That's why he holds the ball. And see, he can hold the ball when he's not getting that pressure up the middle. Because when you rush him outside, watch that game against Philly. He was moving around in that pocket because he wasn't getting pressure up the middle. And so he could see he had rushing lanes. And when he had those rushing lanes, he could pump fake, run it, or throw it. And that's what he was doing. He scored both of them touchdowns because he just held the ball. You can have it, babe. Just don't pass to me no more. It's yours. I love you. It's yours. But he had those rushing lanes. Cowboys didn't have nobody up front to push that. That was Kenny Clark's first game with Dallas. So, he was just integrated. You actually have games. You have time underneath the belt. Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark and them are going to push that middle in that pocket. Because guess what? Lane Johnson is out. And I heard Cam Jurgens or whatever his name is, I'm sorry, the center is had a concussion. So it's not a guarantee he's playing in that game. If he does not get cleared to play in that game, it's going to be a great thing for the Cowboys. I hate to see a player hurt. But if Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark and Osa are going against a backup and then you don't have Lane Johnson, that's all for Cowboys. I can see that defense going crazy, like sack, pressuring, Quentin Williams sacking Jalen Hurts. You going to tell me we ain't getting hype and Quentin Williams sacking Jalen Hurts and we like, yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, Quentin Williams, I am getting hyped. I'm sorry. I'm not drinking Kool-Aid, but damn it, I love some Quentin Williams. Damn it, I love him. We got somebody. Damn it, I'm hyped. We finally got somebody that can attack people and get after people and make. When we had Parsons, that was nasty. I know it was, but we saw people could evade Parsons and run away from Parsons and double team Parsons and take him out the game because he's on the edge. It's hard to take out somebody when you got I'm not saying he's Aaron Donald, but when you had Aaron Donald in that middle and he's getting 13, 14 sacks in the middle, he's commanding double teams. He's making everybody on your defense better, period. You can't run on them because he's stopping you in the run game too. Quentin Williams is stopping you in the run game. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That changes the whole defense. When you got a dog, I said, Myles Garrett in my video, would you want to have a Myles Garrett or Aaron Donald? I'm sorry, Myles Garrett is nasty, but you can't tell me you ain't taking an Aaron Donald first. You starting in that interior. If that dude can still get you 13 sacks in the middle, stop the run and do all that, them quarterbacks don't want that pressure in the middle. They can't step into the throws. And when they can't step into the throws, the edges can get to them quicker. And guess what? When Jalen Hurts can't run around in that middle because that middle is clogged, he got to try to run outside. Guess what? Ezraku and Clowney going to be there. And then guess what? You're going to try to throw it? Tip ball, interception. That's how it happens. That's how those turnovers happen. And Eberflus, I'm going to tell you right now, you did okay with them Raiders, but the Raiders ain't no good. I need to see you coach a good-ass game against these Eagles. Coach your ass off. You got the talent. Don't come in with no bullshit. You already better be ready for them because I feel like the Eagles might do some trickery because they want to get their offense popping and they may want to try to make a statement. So be careful of them trying to do some trickery, flea flickers, some shit like that, G. They might try to do something to kind of get their offense popping because they see how big this game is too. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So Eberflus, you better coach your ass off. That's all I know in this game. Don't come with that BS. You better come. I ain't saying blitz every damn play, but you better make it hard for Jalen Hurts. You better make it hard for him. You better understand. You got DeMar O'Shawn's back in the game. I don't know if he's well enough to spy, but somebody better be spying him. You better be spying him all game, and you better be attacking this dude and not letting him sit because he ain't confident when he throws. He kill you on that deep ball because he's good with that. But you can't make it comfortable for Hurts. When you can get after Hurts and he starts getting sacked in that backfield, he starts getting timid. I don't care what nobody. He starts keeping it close to the vest. He starts doubting himself, in my opinion. Get after him early. Get after Hurts early. You'll win the game.
Yeah, you early when you first started there, you said something about Micah Parsons, and I'm glad you said that because it reminded me of. So now that everything's been completed, up to this point with the trade, we got the Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, another draft pick. So how do you think the trade is panning out right now? Because Parsons has not been great for Green Bay. You would say it's at least as far as the sack numbers go. But that's not all the whole story. But I know he still gets the pressures, but he doesn't have the sacks like a Myles Garrett, and then Parsons paid more than him, right?
Yeah.
So right now, would you say with what the Cowboys have right now, what they've done with that whole situation, are you feeling good about how the trade went right now?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I hated Parsons was gone. I don't know. Parsons is like fourth in pressures, and he's got like 8 sacks. You feel me? He won that game last week. He beat the Cardinals himself, and he won that game last week. So I ain't discounting no Michael Parsons. Not saying you was, G. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I'm not saying you was at all.
I was just saying it's not always with the sacks because
right.
Way more
Parsons
on the game.
I can't diss Parsons. Parsons is a dog. I love Parsons. I ain't dissing no Parsons. I love Michael Parsons. The only thing I didn't like when he did the podcast and stuff, but Michael Parsons is an animal. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all might hate on him because he gone, whatever. He was an animal for us, and he changed our whole defense for them 4 years he was here. He did, period. We were good because of him, period. Can't discount him. But when you look at what we got right now, feels good. I'm not saying we're winning it, but it feels good. If you got a Quinnen Williams, a Q Clark, a linebacker out of this Logan Wilson who's not chopped liver, you still got your 2 first-rounders for next year. I ain't saying you lost. Gee, take over. I got to pee. Sorry.
Oh, he wants me to take over.
Yep.
All right, well, he's going to run downstairs real quick. I guess we'll look at the upcoming schedule. So Cowboys got the Eagles coming up next. Obviously, that's what we're talking about now. But then you got the Chiefs in Dallas on Thanksgiving. So that's a short turnaround. That's just 4 days from Sunday. And then you got the going to Detroit to play the Lions. Looks like a Sunday night game there. So nothing but primetime games coming up. You got a game on Christmas Day coming up. The Vikings haven't looked great, but we'll see what happens there. JJ McCarthy, we'll see what goes on with that. But then the Chargers, they've had a rough little stretch right now. They just got beat pretty bad. So that game's winnable. We got some winnable games here, I think, because these teams have not looked super dominant, in my opinion. Detroit, they just struggled. The Chiefs are 5-4 right now. Eagles have not been scoring many points, so if the Cowboys defense could just be better than what it's been, and if the Cowboys offense can continue to run it through Pickens, first to get those big plays going early. He feels like a star. Get those big plays going early with Pickens, talking about the Eagles game, how the Cowboys, if their defense can be a little bit better, and that offense can just continue what they just did because, they did have a rough 2-game stretch right there. So they can just keep doing what they did this last game. Your chances are pretty good when Lamb and Pickens can play like that. So that's what we hope to see.
Have another one?
Yeah, got you.
Can I have that short?
Yeah, there's like 1, maybe 2.
You killed it, bro.
Yeah.
You did kill it. All right. Hey, I feel famous. I walked downstairs and seen this on the big screen.
Oh, we're on the big screen.
We're on the big screen.
Wow.
We made it.
Live monitor.
Yeah. We made it.
Oops, didn't mean to do that on air.
That's all good. That's my dog. Here, let me switch it.
But yeah, man, I don't remember what you were talking about, but
what was you talking about? Because I heard back there you was talking about the Chiefs and the Lions.
I was getting on with the schedule. The next 5 games, this tough stretch that we're about to go on.
Is it tough?
Well, that's what I was saying. We don't know what the Vikings, but JJ McCarthy has not looked too good. Eagles, they haven't been scoring many points.
We got the Chargers.
Lions have looked like they have not been scoring a lot of points like we normally see from them. They're kind of struggling. Campbell's going to take over the play calling, so that's going to be a change for them. They're looking for more answers on offense. And then the Chargers, they just came off a really rough game themselves.
Look, all I'm going to say is this, G. Cowboys, y'all want to change the narrative? This is your year to do it. Every year you got a chance to change the narrative. Remember how them years when we had Romo and they were like the December swoon? Yeah, Cowboys good, but wait till they get in that December end of the year, they're going to choke. They always do. Ain't nobody even thinking about the Cowboys right now, dog. For real. They think about all these other teams.
Who do you mean? You mean other teams?
Yeah, I mean,
They're not thinking about Cowboys?
Well, I'm just saying, like the analysts and all them people. Ain't nobody talking about really the Cowboys. You feel me?
Kind of writing them off.
Yeah. Y'all lost to me. Them was bad losses against the Panthers. You had bad losses against the Bears. You feel me? But the Bears are coming into a harder schedule at the end of the year now. Okay? I don't trust the Panthers. Panthers ain't no damn good. I don't care what nobody say. I don't believe in that 448-yard game against Atlanta Falcons. I don't believe in no Panthers. So the thing is, y'all can change the narrative. You got the offense to do it. I told you about Pickens. You got the dogs. You got a running game. Your offensive line is coming back together. Everybody's getting healthy now. And now you got a real defense. You got an offense and you got a defense. Y'all got a coach. I like how Schottenheimer's coaching. Eberflus got to step his game up. Y'all can make a run. You can. You can beat the Eagles. You can beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs ain't the same Chiefs. This ain't the same Chiefs. Mahomes is an animal, but this ain't the same Chiefs. You can beat them, and you need to beat them because they done been beating you ass the last few years, and I've been tired of them losses to them. And you can definitely beat the Lions. Dallas done beat them enough. You can beat the Lions. They ain't got no aura over Dallas. Okay, you can beat the I was about to say Redskins. You can beat the Commanders. They're failing.
Beat the Giants.
You can be careful about them Giants though. Okay.
Well, if
I'm just
it's
saying,
Winston,
I know. I'm not saying if Jameis Winston. I'm saying if Dart is in there, you better be careful about them. That's all I'm saying. He might be inspiring. That's all I'm saying. Just watch them. Chargers. We done beat the Chargers last couple of seasons, last couple of times. Harbaugh, he's a good coach, but ain't nobody scared of no Herbert. You can beat them. You feel me? This is a winnable schedule, even though it's a gauntlet and they had records of last year. When you look at the teams this year, they're not the same teams they were last year. And now you have the defensive players that can bang with these offenses. So to me, it's up to coaching. What you have to do is you have gap integrity as a linebacker, and you have to have line discipline. Okay? Line discipline. No hero ball. Playing 11 men together. No hero ball. Don't try to go out there and make the extra play. Do your job and stay with your in the confines of that defense. They do that, they'll be okay. You got the talent. What you gonna do, Dallas? That's my question. What y'all gonna do?
well, whether it's what they're going to do or what, if we could look at what the Eagles are going to do, because I still believe, because we'll look at the standings here, but they're going to need to win the division because there's some other. Well, Green Bay, San Francisco, they're in that 5-4 range, 6-3, something like that. So they're within a couple games, but the Cowboys right now 4 games back from the Eagles. They could get one up if they beat them, of course, and then they still have 2 more division games. But
Eagles don't have a tough schedule at the end.
I was going to just real quick mention their schedule. They got
not hard.
So the Cowboys, and then they got the Bears at home. They go to the Chargers. Then they've got the Raiders at home, to the Commanders, to the Bills. So there's one that we could probably get if the Bills are still needing that game at that time, and then Commanders at home. So yeah, it's we'll look at the standings, but it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. We'll see what happens. I still said I don't think it's going to happen. I just feel like those early season losses, I hate them. We talk about it all the time. G, how long we've been doing this damn channel? We always been talking about you can't lose them damn NFC games early.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we talked about that, G, on this show? How many years? You can't lose to them NFC games early, and you can't lose to them mediocre teams. That stuff is going to come back and bite you at the end of the year. It always does. No matter what you say. When you see these schedules, I hate losing games, but if you're going to lose a game, I'm going to need to lose to an AFC team. if I'm gonna lose a game.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
That's
lose.
ideal. Yeah,
That's ideal. If you don't want to lose, but if you're gonna lose, I'd rather lose an AFC game
because you're gonna lose.
because you're gonna lose, but you can't lose them NFC games.
Not many.
And you can't lose the mediocre NFC teams.
I'm glad you said that though, because I'm looking at the standings and we played the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
They're a team in position for wild card right now. Somehow 6-5. Rico Dowdle's been a big part of that. Bryce Young looked really good last week, but I know, we'll see if he can keep doing that. But and then the Bears, leading their division at 7-3. So we talk about losing to the Bears, losing to the Panthers. I mean, those teams are right in it. So at this point, they don't look like bottom of the barrel. But the Cardinals 3-7, that was a bad one. And then what was the other NFC? Was it?
We talked to Packers.
Panthers, yeah.
Bears, Eagles.
Packers. It was a tie, but yeah, so they're sitting right there too in that wild card spot, 6-3-1.
And that tie is going to kill you because they're going to use the tiebreaker.
Yep. So the Lions will be a big one. They're 6-4. But yeah, so it's going to be tough even to make a wild card if you win out. So
you have to be lead. I said 6-2, but really you got to be 7-1.
Yeah, I don't think maybe you can lose one more. That's it.
That's it.
You can't lose any more.
It just has to be AFC.
And you know what? This will be a nice test because these are going to be those games where we always say they just don't show up in these kind of games.
Mm-hmm.
The big games. We didn't talk a lot about it, but Dak had a monster game versus the Raiders. But can we see that in a game like this against the Eagles? Can you do 4 touchdowns? We did see that against Tampa Bay in the playoffs a couple years ago.
He balled out in that first game against Philly.
Yeah, he did. But can he be commanding and dominant and just unstoppable
I
and win
feel
the game? You know what I
feel
mean?
you because that's what they had it. They were talking on that Good Morning Football that these next 3 games are going to be legacy defining. I don't believe that because you got to get into the playoffs. And I don't think you can put it all on him. But what I will say in these 3 games, just like you said, G, I need to see that Dak that we talked about that week 1 when he was throwing them lasers. And I was like, okay, Dak different. I need to see that different Dak against these Eagles, especially against these Chiefs. I need Dak to tear up the Chiefs.
That's the game right there. Mahomes.
You feel me? Give me some of that. Give me some of that, dog. You feeling me on that?
Yeah. If you can beat the Mahomes and add that on your resume,
you need to kick
that's
their
gonna feel
ass.
good. Even if you don't make playoffs this year.
You need to kick their ass on Thanksgiving. Dak
Imagine-
need to go crazy because it's always been when we get to play Mahomes, we're like, yeah, let's see what Dak gonna do. And it's like, I need to see a Dak go against Mahomes and kick Mahomes' ass.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Would you feel me on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think actually, like who's the last really good quarterback that the Cowboys have beat? I'm trying to think about it. Like, I mean, they tie with Jordan Love. I wouldn't say he's really good though. He's been solid for them, but
please.
Let's see, Cowboys.
He got athletic talent. That's it. He goofy.
Yeah, so just looking at the schedule, I mean, you beat Russell Wilson.
Don't count.
You beat Justin Fields.
He don't count.
You beat Marcus Mariota and Jaden Daniels, who was banged up. And you beat Geno Smith. So,
Well, I'll just say this. Those 3 games that you didn't have those additions. In the Raiders games, you had those additions, and you dominated. That's the whole point. Made the video, G, when we came live. That's why you need to come up in here and be sharing, like, share, all that good stuff. Big Game James, Producer G. Producer G got his own channel, too, on YouTube. Go like and subscribe over there. Producer G Productions.
It's pretty much the same content, but yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it's a shared space, yeah.
It's a shared space. My dog need to get.
Yeah.
You feel me? So go over there, too.
But yeah, and shit, right. We do need to check out the comments a little bit here.
Go ahead.
Because people been commenting, so.
Go ahead. You the guy.
Yeah, should we give some shout-outs?
You do that.
Sweet Zeke, Lead Commander, Dustin Roberts.
Oh, Lead Commander. I know Tariq. Your Commanders ain't trash. It's trash.
Shout out Hoodlin. Oh, he's the Commanders fan.
Yeah, he's a Commander fan. He's my dog. But what I tell you about your Commanders? While you was always in my inbox, while you was always in my comments, blah 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 blah. Commanders. What I tell you about Dan Quinn? What'd I tell you about him? League commander, my dog. What about you now? You right below us, ain't you? I told you your commanders was going to come back down and crash and burn, and Dan Quinn ain't going to be your coach for the next 10 years. I guarantee he's going to be gone next 2. We'll take him back as a defensive coordinator, though.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, just let him get fired and just bring him on
Bring
back.
him on back.
Because they have not been the same since he left. But
Bring it back.
I
Bring
guess
it
we'll
back.
we'll see what happens now with the additions and how that continues to grow. But
Commanders ain't doing shit.
yeah. Oh, with this Eagles game though, so yeah, like what do you think's going to happen? I mean, you already said like you think the Cowboys are going to win this game, but
Yeah.
like I guess I'm looking for like some trash talk or something.
Oh,
too.
I need to see all that. This needs to be a game where you remember when I think it was 2021. Was it Micah's rookie year and Osa's rookie year? Remember when we was all over Jalen Hurts' ass that game?
Diggs got
And Diggs got the
Diggs
picks.
got a couple picks.
Diggs
on
got a
him.
couple picks in that
back in
game,
the
and we was
21.
balling that game. But it was that defense. You remember, G?
Mhm.
It was that defense. I remember, never forget that play when Hurts was in the backfield and Parsons got off quick and he was scrambling and Parsons was all over him, and then Osa met him right there, and it was Parsons and Osa both met him. They smashed him. I was like, yes, I ain't gonna lie, I was hyped. That was 21 because after 23 I ain't hyped, but 21 I was flexing. Right? 20, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying, G? I was hyped. That's what I need to see. I feel like it's going to happen. I'm sorry. I feel like Quentin Williams is going to be that guy in this Eagles game. Quentin Williams is going to be that guy. I'm trying to tell you, Quentin Williams is going to be that guy in this Eagles game. He's taken it upon himself. He knows the importance of this. He understands this. I think he's the guy. We needed a defensive tackle like that. I'm sorry. I'm not dissing you. I should probably even bring you up, but Mozzie wasn't bringing that.
No, he's a bust. Did you
Mozzie said, I don't even like football. I just like hitting people. I don't want that man on my team. Not my team. I don't own it. As a fan, I don't want him on the team.
I saw someone post some film, a little film breakdown with his debut with the Jets, and he wasn't very good.
Bruh. I try to tell y'all think I'm hating and got something against him. No, he's gonna be Charles Tapper. I try to tell you about Charles Tapper. I know about y'all don't know about the Charles Tapper story. I thought he was going to be a good player, but then I found out his mom really wanted to push him on football. He ain't really play football like that, but it was his mom on him. So you ain't really love football, but your mama was making you do it. It's different when somebody's making you do it and you don't love it. Quentin Williams loved the game, and he got the talent. And it's different when you love the game and you have the talent. It makes everybody else around you better. And like I said, and Kenny Clark, you better figure out a way. 2 things, Cowboys front office. Y'all got money to burn next year, right? Go ahead and franchise tag into Pickens, and you probably ain't going to work out the deal until that's $28 million gone. I'm already counting, right? And make sure you sign Kenny Clark too, because if it doesn't work this year, you better be all in 26. You better be saying Super Bowl year 26. We're getting Kenny Clark back. George Pickens back. You cannot lose Kenny Clark.
Yeah, he looked real explosive.
I love Kenny Clark.
And then what he does after he makes a play,
Bruh,
the way he hypes everybody up.
Bruh, Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams in the middle, dog.
And that makes Osa like a bonus.
Bro, that's a legit defensive line.
But how are they going to pay him and keep Pickens? And
They can. You
There's a
can
way to do
finagle it. If you're about that life, you can. We've seen these other teams do it, finagle it, make it happen, and they don't give a F. We like doing it. And you got them first-round picks. If you're trying to be that dog organization like these other teams we don't give a hell. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Because, see, if you let people go, then like, see, y'all on that BS. There's no way you let Kenny Clark out the building and you got him with Quentin Williams and Osa. There's no way you let him leave. You re-sign him, extend his contract a couple years. We give you extra money. It's not like he's 35, 33. He's 29. Quentin Williams is 27. Osa's 27. You got a core for at least 2 years. You better not let Kenny Clark go.
Yeah, that should be the plan because we talked about the window that might be there.
Bruh.
You got 2 to 3 good prime years for everybody who's the core of your team.
Bruh.
Right
And them 2 first-round picks, defense. Get you a linebacker, Sonny Styles. Yeah, Pick Central, my dog. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you can get us some tickets.
I'm trying to, because, I pay with his dad, Lorenzo. Lorenzo was a dog. He used to come into my dry cleaners all the time. We kicked it. Get Sonny Styles. 6'5", 243.
Yeah, that's the key. They got to draft well. They have to. They have to hit on these draft picks. They got to make an impact next year or the next 2 years.
And we need another edge. We need another young edge.
Yeah, because Williams is probably gone. Clowney is probably a 1-year guy.
We need another young edge to pair with Ezraku with Williams, Clark, Osa. You get another dog edge. What?
Yeah, Fowler's probably gone too. So, yeah, they need to completely redo the defensive ends. Ezraku, like you said,
That's your building block right there.
There's a good one to start with, and then you build around that. Yep.
That's a good show.
Yeah, James Houston, he's
I like James Houston. Don't let him go nowhere.
He ain't
gonna cost no money.
So even though he had the 1 sack, but we say he kind of only comes in and gets a sack, but he had 28 snaps. He was second right there with him. And
love
Clowney.
James Houston.
Yeah, I like him too. He's kind of a little bit of a journeyman, a little bit, but he did have a big season with Detroit, right?
Yeah, first 4 games. He's the only player in the NFL to start his NFL career with 4 sacks with his new team 4 straight games.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up while you maybe continue to talk about him. Actually, what do you think? He has a future? Is he a guy? I mean, what is
I don't think he's a guy. Don't
capable of being a starter? He's just a nice rotational guy.
Don't pay him like he's a guy.
Hey, I'm just asking.
I'm telling you, don't pay him like he's a guy. He's not a guy. He's a good player, but you know why he's good? He's a all-out player, but when he's got a whole bunch of good players around him, that's when he shines. If he has to be the guy, you pay him money like the guy, I bet you he doesn't be the guy. I bet you his warts will show then. Now, it's just like,
well, then let's hope he don't get 10 sacks or more and he just gets
he's not.
And then you can keep him as a guy like that.
Cowboys are smart. They'll cut your snaps down. You know that. They'll cut your snaps down so they don't got to pay your ass. You feel me? They'll cut your snaps down. 2 people cannot leave the building. I'm going to say it again. GP and Kitty Clark. Those are your priorities in the offseason. I don't care if you get no other free agents. I'm going to say this right now. Dallas don't got to get – you don't got to touch no other free agents. Re-sign George Pickens and Kitty Clark. I make sure Kitty Clark doesn't go anywhere. Those are the only 2 people you get. I ain't saying shit. That's a shut-up signing for me. I'm shutting the hell up. Get them 2 picks and go hard and do whatever in the draft. Kenny Clark and George. If George Pickens leaves the Dallas Cowboys, I'm done.
I think a lot of people's
I'm done.
Probably gonna cry and be upset about that, man.
I'm done.
But I mean, they probably go receiver first round if
I
that
don't
happened,
give a
but yeah,
no. Sorry to get loud. The kids is up.
Hey, serious note though, Pickens might be playing really seriously, maybe the best or one of the best in the league, not just on the Cowboys.
He's nasty. Yeah, George. See, when G just let me tell you, I know when he good. When G just keep over there smiling, don't be saying shit. G just over here smiling. He's just smiling. Every time I mention George Pickens, he just be like this.
I mean, I mean,
you know he good. When G just do this, that's why I know he good.
When you think about what the Cowboys gave up for him, a 3rd-round pick, you'd give that up all day for
this
guy
production.
Like that. And you know what? I already knew this was going to happen.
So did I.
I said that right when they got him. We just got to steal because I don't think they realized how good he was. That dude's a monster. He was in Pittsburgh too. They just didn't have the great quarterback there to get it to him. But
what did we talk about, G, when we first started this big game, James, when we was figuring out the name and all this shit, G, remember? When we was figuring out the name and all this shit. What first we was talking about? You should have traded for George Pickens and signed him then. Y'all all hated on me. Him and his agent want to wait. But if they would have came with some real money in the very beginning, they'd have signed. If they came with some real money, because he hadn't did no numbers. And if they came with, we gonna sign you for $30 million, and you ain't even did numbers, they'd have been like, you think they'd have said no? Y'all said prove it. He came over here. What did you think? George Pickens, man. Did y'all see George Pickens, man? That's why we all loved him. I ain't going to lie. I don't want to act like I knew anything, but when I watched George Pickens play, I was like, man, I wish we had somebody like him.
Man, I knew when I said, all right, I told my wife, I said, that's the most exciting signing the Cowboys have done in a long time.
You know, when you watched him when he was at Pittsburgh, you just liked him, didn't you?
He was a monster there. Yeah.
You didn't care about what he did you?
For some reason, I thought he was Carl Pickens' son for a couple years, and I realized he's not.
But let me ask you something, G. Did you care about that shit he was doing, the dumb shit?
No. Well, I didn't know. Because he's not on the Cowboys. I don't know a ton about him, but he hasn't done that. He did it like maybe once or twice, but he's been really
I didn't give a F.
on it.
That's him.
Mm-hmm.
People need to understand that's him. He's not a bad kid at all. Nothing. That's who he is. He's that motherfucker. That's who he is. Let him be that. Don't temper it. Don't contain it. Don't control it. And that's what Pittsburgh tried to do. They try to contain it and control it. And that's why he said, get me the fuck out of here. And guess what? You come to Dallas, Jerry, like, you do whatever the fuck you want as long as you get them touchdowns.
I thought maybe he just didn't have a good quarterback there, but maybe not.
That's
part of it.
That's
Kenny
part
Pickett
of it.
sucked. I don't even know how he's on the team.
And think about it. You had sorry-ass quarterbacks and you was getting numbers. So where the hell did you think when you came over here with Dak you wasn't going to get numbers? I knew it was going to happen. That's why I said you should have signed him instantly, because I knew he was going to come over here and get numbers because he's an animal and dog. And when dog players get with dog people, they dog numbers show. You saw with Saquon Barkley, he was okay with the Giants. He got with dog players with the Eagles. He went nutso.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Pickens is doing. He's with dogs now. Now you're going to see how I really am.
Yeah, and I just knew Pickens was already super talented. I didn't know he was going to be as good as he's been for the Cowboys right now.
I did.
And it feels like he's going – I didn't know he was going to have this type of year. I knew he was going to be real good, but he's looking like maybe best in the league right now. But anyway.
I call him Uber Dog.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a good name for him right there. Maybe somebody will pick up on that.
Uber Dog.
But, yeah, shit, I forgot what I was saying now. See?
Let's see.
Damn.
What to say? You was talking
It'll
about?
come back to me.
Okay. I'll wait for you.
No, you can go on. But
I was just going to say,
with
I mean, you
Pickens.
just got an Uber Dog. That's
Yeah,
what I call him. CeeDee Lamb Dog. He Uber Dog. I don't know what. He just get him early. And in this Philly game, I'm going to tell you right now, Quinyon Mitchell, I interviewed him at the Senior Bowl. Real quiet, unassuming. But he was one of the people that I was like, he's a nasty. You know, he came out of small school. I think it was Toledo, believe. MAC conference. I'm out here. We see MAC teams, don't we, G? We around the MAC. So we see, I know plenty of kids go play in the MAC. Okay. So, you know, people was underestimate him because he played in the MAC. I interviewed him, real quiet, unassuming, didn't really say too much the whole time. And I think he's like that in the Eagles, but you could tell his talent. He had something. He was guarding George Pickens a lot in that game in the Eagles. So that tells you something right there. Eagles respect George Pickens because they put Quinton Mitchell on him. So they know he good.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? I think the Cowboys need to kind of turn up on Mitchell. I think they need to make an example of Mitchell in that game with Pickens. So every time they see Pickens with him, some one-on-one, they need to make an example out of him because, see, the Eagles be pumping up him. Oh, Quentin, what did they say? Some island or a prison or something, Quentin, saying Quentin or something. They do something with him. But I catch Mitchell on Pickens one-on-one in that game. I'm going after him all game with Pickens. Going after him. And Pickens going to love it because Pickens going to eat him alive. I know Eagles, he's a dog. I ain't disrespecting him, but he can't mess with Pickens. That's the truth. He cannot mess with Pickens. Pickens going to body him all game. Be in his face all game. He going to let him know all game, you cannot guard me. All my quarterback need to do is give me the ball. I'm going to kill you all game. And it's a fact. I don't care what you Eagles saying. I'm not hyping him with the Cowboys because if he was with the Steelers, the Chargers, the Cardinals, or anybody else, he's going to do the same thing. Pickens different. He's superpower. And Dak, y'all catch him one-on-one, you need to go him early and often, and then CD going to eat. Look, y'all can blow these Eagles out. Y'all can make an example. Y'all can be in CBS Sports, ESPN, all them news is 31-10. Cowboys back. Everybody be hyping y'all. Y'all really could beat them like that.
Hey, that'd be cool. Then you go back to 5-5-1. Then you be feeling real good.
It's up to y'all.
You be 3 games back, but you feel pretty good.
I ain't even hyping it. I'm just telling you what I feel in my bones. If the Cowboys come out there real serious, coaching their ass off, offense and defensively, they got the players to match. They can destroy the Eagles. They can. They can destroy them. Not just beat them. They can destroy them. Where everybody be like, oh, damn.
Yeah, that's what's so frustrating about this team is like sometimes they look like the best team in the league, like unstoppable. So like with the Cowboys, when it's bad, it's bad. It's snowball effect. When things go bad, it goes real bad. Luckily, they avoided that Monday night when it did start kind of rough for the offense, but they did bounce back, obviously. But and then the weird start with
but
Pickens
then you have
and
a feeling
Lamb
he's
out.
going to beat them.
Oh, yeah, and then with the Pickens and Lamb thing out, I seen that. I was like, that's kind of weird. I'm like, what are they doing?
yeah,
They're just running the ball? Is that what's
they
happening?
were sitting next to each other. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was a little strange scenario there, but
I respect it, though. I think Lamb and that's why I like Shotty as a coach. You know, I don't think he tries to show people up. He don't try to disrespect players. But I bet you he came to him like, come on, man. We just had some stuff go on. We can't be doing this, and we're coming off of y'all supposed to be the leaders. Can't be doing that. I'm going to have to do this. I love y'all, but I'm going to have to do this. The other players, regardless of what anybody says, see that and are like, okay, that's respect. Because you sat them down. You didn't have to. We could have started 3 and out. They score a touchdown. Now we down. You know what I'm saying? It could have threw it off the whole funk of the team. But you say, y'all got to sit it down, dog. You can't be disrespectful like that. And I don't want to even do it. But I got to. I respect you for that. The players respect you for that because look at their numbers after they came out in the game after they got benched. Pickens 9 catches, 144 touchdown. CeeDee Lamb killing them. They respect Shotty. That team loves Shotty. It's Eberflus got to step his game up and get in there. If they can do that, let's see what happens because I don't think he's going to go anywhere because the defense showed improvement, and I think Jerry's going to give him another chance because I know that's how Jerry is. Okay, whatever. But y'all need to show some, whether it's playoffs or not, y'all need to show some heart. Y'all need to show some guts. Y'all need to show all that shit. Y'all need to show something that we don't see in Cowboys land. We're used to seeing y'all choke. We're seeing y'all used to dropping the ball, fumbles, penalties. Damn should win this game and they lose it. When opportunity to get in the lead in the NFC and they lose. How many times have we seen this from the Cowboys in so many years? Show us something different this year and beat these damn teams that we think a lot of people think you can't. Beat these damn teams whether you go to the playoffs or not, so give you some hope for at least going into 2026 to say maybe. Because Cowboys fans, content creators, were tired of seeing the same shit year in and year out, disappointing us when you got the talent, you got the players, you have pretty good coaching. There's no reason why this should be happening every year. You have the money to do these things, to match these teams. You shouldn't, and you have the fan base that is passionate, like all out, and will follow you like no other. So you be respectful of that and make that shit happen, period.
well, maybe now that they got the new guys for Eberflus, that will help improve things on his side of it because, you know, that's kind of been the question. Is it the scheme or is it the players? So now he's got a good amount of players, and then, you know, he will get another year, so we'll get the draft with a couple first-round picks. We'll see what happens with that, and so he'll get a couple more guys, and then next year is really the year. If you're not good next year, then there's going to have to be a change, but yeah, I do like what Shotty has done too. I like the energy he's brought to the team. He's the
Libra
culture,
gang.
like a culture type thing, you know.
Libra gang.
Culture shift. He's like a more hyped up. Yeah, like I don't want to compare him to like anybody really, but yeah, I like what he's done. I just like the energy he brings, the relationship with players. You can tell they love him, like you said.
And he cares. I think that's the biggest thing. I think the players actually know he cares about them because there's a lot of coaches in the league that don't care about the players. They just trying to get a check like everybody else, or they trying to get to the next step, or trying to do something different. When the players actually know you care about them, and know you really care about their feelings, and it's not about football. People think when you're playing this game of football that all it is football. You go home, football, football, football. No, it's not. These motherfuckers ain't thinking about no damn football when they get out of here. They want to go kick it, chill, get away from this shit. It's a lot of stress. And when you got a coach that actually cares and sees that and understands that and can talk with them and listen to them, it helps them. And when they actually feel that, they will play for you. They will not give up for you. They get big checks. They don't got to play for you. They getting paid regardless. I'm probably going to be here. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a hard job for a coach to really reel all these players in. They make big money.
Yeah, and then, the Cowboys is a special, unique situation for a head coach. So that's why you don't ever see the big names go there. It's always a guy that, like we say, they can kind of like control and it's gonna go with the flow kind of guy. Yeah. So they're not gonna get the big name guys. So
because them big name motherfuckers ain't listening, Jerry.
Nah. Nope, and that they would just butt heads, and we'd see the same old story.
Yep.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work out. But
nope.
So before we hop up out of here, any like bold predictions for this game or anything like that? With some final thoughts on this game?
I got a big bold prediction: blowout. Cowboys 31-10. I said it early. Cowboys blow these boys out.
He said a
defense goes crazy. Blowout. Defense go crazy. I don't know. We had 5 sacks in the game against the Raiders. They get 5 in this game against the Eagles. Saquon Barkley gets another 60-yard game. A.J. Brown gets 3 catches for only 32 yards. Devontae Smith gets 3 catches for 40 yards. Neither one of them get in the end zone. The only person that scores is Barkley. That's it. That's my bold prediction. Cowboys beat their ass. Think I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm not. This is what I feel in my bones. See, this is what I feel.
Yeah, so for me, bold prediction, I think this is probably going to be a big Dak game. So I'm going to say he hits 5 touchdown passes.
Woo-wee.
5 touchdown passes. Cowboys go 5-5-1. He gets back into the MVP conversation, maybe playoff talks for the Cowboys. I'm just saying that might be the headlines after this next game.
Hey, let's begin the show. We need some Dak moments.
We need some Dak moments.
This is a game.
Yeah, so that's my bold prediction. He goes
5 touchdowns?
5 touchdowns.
How many yards?
A
lot of yards or just a lot of touchdowns?
I wanted to say something real high, but that's kind of not really been the offense. Not too much to deep balls, but guys kind of catch and run, and that's kind of been how we get some bigger plays. But
Flo gets in the end zone?
Yeah, it spreads it around again. You saw that game, 4 different touchdowns, 4 different receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, something similar to that, but he gets 5 this time. Maybe one's a rushing. I'll say 5 total touchdowns.
Okay. Do you think Pickens goes crazy this game?
Yeah, he's going to be on the receiving end of a couple of those.
Are you feeling me to attack they dog?
Yeah, because it started off kind of rough in that game, and then they started hitting Pickens, and then it started opening up, just like you said. That video should blow back up. We might have to repost that or something.
Repost.
But, yep, so that's my bold prediction. Do you have any other thoughts on anything before we go?
No other thoughts, but just shout out to Marshawn Nealon's family that they played, just everything that happened. I ain't going to lie, I watched that game against Philly, the first game, and he had the sack. And I ain't going to lie, it did something to me. I really kind of pushed myself away from it. I just did because I've dealt with a lot of things for my young football youth. I've lost youth with football, so I just kind of pushed myself away from it. But I did want to tell a quick story, though, G. And I'm not saying inspiration is real, and I don't want to disrespect nothing, okay? But I wanted to say this because it was on my heart. My father passed away in 2010, and I was coaching youth football at the time. And when my father passed away of a massive heart attack, and it was no warning, okay? It was like it just happened. It was no warning. So, I was pretty devastated because me and my father, we were getting close and all that good stuff, so I was devastated. But I was coaching, and I had a game. I think it happened during the week, and then I had to go I was going back home to Texas like Sunday. We had a game Saturday. So the team that we were playing were called the Wolverines. I had never beat this team. 3 straight years, I had never beat them. They always had the best talent, G. Always the best talent. So we were good, but I didn't know if we could beat them. You feel me? So anyway, when my father passed away, I came up. I'll never forget. I came up to the field, and all the kids knew. So when I came up there, all the kids, they just gave me a big ass hug. You know what I'm saying? We love you, Coach J. You know, I'm sorry about your dad. You for whoever. We winning this game for you. I'm like, all right, you feel me? I ain't tripping. You know, I ain't tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just play football. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But deep inside, I wanted to win that damn game, right? But when my kids was like, we winning this game for you. Usually when we do our warm-ups, they be playing around a little bit. Stop playing around, you know what I'm saying? They was, gee, it just felt different. Like they was, they was, I had to tell them nothing. I was just sitting there like watching it like, okay, this might be that, right? Man, we went out there, G. We kicked their ass. We beat them 20-0. I had a really good quarterback, but sometimes he played goofy. You feel me? He played goofy. I didn't like it. It was like third play game. I did this play action. I knew they was going to bite. I kneh this corner. I was watching him. I was like, this corner's going to bite. We're going to do this play action. He going to jump on this. I want you to play action. He going to go deep. We did the play action. He bit just like I thought. Quarterback hit him perfectly, dog. He hit the touchdown. We scored on him. I looked at that coach's eyes. He had that look at me. I was like, we about to beat you. We about to whip your ass. Dog, they didn't do nothing. They didn't get, I think they got probably 2 first downs and they had dogs. We was in that backfield all game. You feel me? And it was just the inspiration. It carried us all year. You feel me? We ended up losing the championship game, but it carried us. That inspiration of what happened with my father, you know what I'm saying? It carried us. It did. It just did in that game. It was different. So all I'm saying is that was a tragedy. I hate seeing that. Like, it hurts me just to see that, you know, young life go. I've seen so much in my life, but through this tragedy, it can you know that team, the players were, you know, the feeling it felt when you won that game, because now you're thinking of Marshawn every game.
Yeah, so they was just with him every day.
And he was relentless. That's what the one thing those coaches always said about him. He was relentless. So they got to continue to carry that spirit, and I think it can, and they need to continue to show it, and it's going to show in this Eagles game, in my opinion. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, I really liked him as a player, too.
So did I.
I really thought he
was
had
like
a
a quiet
future.
storm.
Yep.
He was the quiet storm.
You talk about James Houston being one of those guys.
Yes.
He was like that. He was one of those
He was the quiet
unsung
storm.
heroes
Yes.
kind of guys.
Real quiet, but always did his job there. Like, he was the quiet storm. Mm-hmm. Shout out Mr. Fam, all that.
Yep. But I guess that's going to do it for us tonight. That was a good one. I think we got a lot of good stuff out of that one. So appreciate everybody who did watch live on YouTube. We're going to keep trying to grow and get bigger and better every week. Check out the reels, the shorts. Those have been kind of going crazy on his page, on my page, Producer G for me, and you guys know him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I got a TikTok over there, Producer G. Check that out. That's where all these reels go, and of course he posts them too. So, yep, just follow all the pages involved with the show. Yeah. And
Producer G got me the hoodie. People been asking about Producer G got me the hoodie.
It's nice, isn't it? Actually, I'll tell you a little story about that. So, my father-in-law actually got me that as a gift, but it's too small.
Producer G, big boy.
Yeah. So,
I'm a little dude.
It's pretty small. Like, it's not a little small. It's a lot small. So.
But it's big though on me. So that tell you how small I am. So he big boy. I'm a little guy. So.
Yeah. So I really appreciate that gift, and I think it's sweet, but it just is never going to fit me. So I'd like you to have it. That's why. Yeah. So
that's why he's my dog.
Yeah, I know you ain't gonna buy nothing else, so you only gonna take gifts. So they wonder how you getting all this stuff as a gift.
See, that's what I be trying to tell them. They be like, "Oh, you back on the train?" No, I'm not. Everything I'm wearing is a gift. This is from my homegirl, Miss Sadiqa Charles. She got me this hat. You feel me? Everything you see now is being given or gifted. I ain't out there buying no cowboy shit.
Yeah, and then for me, everything you see right there behind Big Game James, that stuff that you do see on the set here, that's Cowboys, that's old. I bought that stuff years ago. Matter of fact, this helmet right here.
Don't think we fell for the Kool-Aid. That's been here forever.
This helmet, yes, we've had this since day one.
2017.
Day one.
2017.
This one and the big one.
That was the first one that we had on the table.
Yep, this one and that other big one. And
Yep.
look, they're autographed. We got a Michael Wiley and a Derek Ross, some
'Cause
Buckeye Cowboys.
we was at when we did our interviews with Taco Charlton and Jordan Lewis.
Yep.
Michael Wiley
Yep.
and Derek Ross was both there, and we kicked it with them.
Yep.
'Cause I already knew Michael Wiley ahead of time. I knew Mike before him, so when I saw him, we was like, we dapped each other up. But you feel me? Derek Ross had a nasty year.
Oh, yeah, I was a
Yeah,
Derek
but
Ross
like,
fan.
didn't he had like what 8 picks?
Yeah, he was nice as a rookie, a third
Yeah,
round
but
pick.
he just was tripping.
Bill Parcells guy.
Derek Ross, because he was a big boy. And OH.
Yeah.
I-O. Mike Wiley. OH.
Mm-hmm.
I-O. Make sure you draft some Ohio State boys, Sonny Styles, this year.
Man, I had really high hopes for Michael Wiley. If Michael Wiley,
He didn't have that damn knee
if
injury.
he knew, and I think I told him this too, man, he was like one of them. I don't know why, but I was probably 12 years old when he came into the league, collecting football cards. Michael Wiley, 5th round pick, Ohio State. I really had super high hopes for him, and he actually wasn't bad. He averaged 5-6 yards a carry. He just, like you said, injury.
He had that knee injury.
Yeah, I liked Michael Wiley. I thought he had a lot of potential. Great kick return.
Yep.
He would do a little bit of all that kind of stuff. Good receiver.
Yep.
I think he also played receiver at Ohio
Well, I'll
State
say
too.
he was a Ohio State receiver at first, and then they transitioned him to running back. Then he went crazy.
Yeah, and the Cowboys got him in the 5th round. I really liked him.
I like Ohio State players when they go to Dallas.
Yeah, me
They
too.
turn up.
I loved it when we got Zeke, because Zeke's my favorite Buckeye.
Ohio State players play good at Dallas. Get Sonny Styles.
Devin Smith, Terry Glenn. The list goes on.
Ohio State players ball out in Dallas.
Bobby Carpenter was a bust, but he had a pretty decent couple
In career,
years.
right?
Yeah, so I mean,
remember what he did with the Lions against us.
Yep.
Ohio State players do good in Dallas, though.
Yeah.
Get Sonny Styles. Whoever you can get with Dallas from Ohio State, get them over here. They do good with us. Or Dallas.
I guess, well, we got to go, but I wanted to ask you, though, aside
Ask
from
me.
Emmitt Smith and Tony Dorsett, who was your favorite running back of all time for the Cowboys, aside from Emmitt and Tony Dorsett? Yeah, I'll let you take that one.
Let me think, because I don't want to be hesitant. Zeke. I don't give
Zeke?
a fuck. Zeke. Like, I like DeMarco Murray, but he wasn't Zeke. I don't care. DeMarco Murray was nasty. He got the 1800. I don't care. Zeke was different. When Zeke came on the scene, I don't care what y'all say. When Zeke came on the scene, that damn first few years, when he was getting them first downs and doing this, I don't care. That should be iconic in Dallas. Because when that motherfucker got up and did this, dog, it charged up the whole damn team, the stadium, the energy.
It's
Zeke.
the attitude, that identity.
And Zeke wasn't no little dude.
We was a running team.
6 foot 225.
We
Run.
had
And here's the thing, he running through you. Zeke wasn't trying to run around you. Zeke running through you. And he was running 4.5s at 225, 6 foot.
Yeah.
Zeke was nasty.
We had an identity.
Zeke was nasty. Him first few years, Zeke was nasty.
He was, yeah.
I don't care what nobody tell
He
me.
might have had one of the greatest 2 or 3 years.
Bruh, that first like 2 or 3 stretch was nasty.
So DeMarco Murray had maybe the best single season a Cowboy has had, but yeah, Zeke has put together quite a good, really good stretch of like
He
4
didn't
or
have
5
the
years.
natural ability like Zeke though.
Yeah, Zeke more explosive, but Murray was really good. But that offensive line was amazing, and then Zeke kind of got that offensive line at the end of it when it was kind of going away.
Imagine Zeke in that 2014 offensive line.
Oh yeah,
He probably got 2,000 yards.
yep. But aside from DeMarco Murray, who I love, I did love DeMarco Murray. He came out explosive, busted out as a rookie right out of the gate against the Rams, 200 yards.
His injuries messed him up early.
But he was really good with the Cowboys his last year. That was at 2014. Remember, then he went to the Eagles, and then he was like,
I knew that was a fail. No, he wasn't that type of running back for them.
It was a Chip Kelly offense or
Yeah,
something.
they needed a
something like that.
LaShawn McCoy. That's why he was stupid for ever trading him. You should have never did that, yo, to prosper.
Yeah.
DeMarco Murray wasn't that type of running back. DeMar Murray needed a fullback. He needed all that type of stuff to really do it. To me, that's why I said Zeke was better, because Zeke didn't really need that. Zeke could hit you with a quick cut and like Zeke could get up on you. You feel me? Like you could catch DeMarco Murray. There was a lot of times DeMarco Murray would break through the line of scrimmage and get caught at the end of the run. You wasn't catching Zeke in them early days. Once Zeke broke through the line of scrimmage, Zeke was scoring touchdowns.
That's what he did at Ohio State, too.
That's what he was doing. Well, man, that motherfucker was nasty at Ohio
he
State.
was.
Zeke is
That championship stretch, 2014.
Zeke was nasty at Ohio State, dog. We saw it firsthand. He was nasty. He's a god here in Ohio State. He's a god here. He's a god.
Yeah, and he is in Dallas, too, so he has a home in two places.
Yeah, man, you can't hate on Zeke. You know, I hated on him at the end. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I hated on him because y'all knew it was over, and I did.
He wasn't as good.
I hated on Emmitt Smith when he was here. Why you going to Cardinals? You ain't gonna do shit.
They lost a step. That's
feel
what
me? It's
happens
over.
when you get older. You
I
got a
ain't
lot
hate-
of miles on
Y'all
you.
would have hated on me if I wouldn't have did shit, and I had to accept it.
Yeah, but having said all that, though, one of my favorite guys, maybe my favorite guy, aside from those top two guys, obviously Dorsett and Smith, Marion Barber, man. I loved Marion Barber.
Barbarian.
This guy was
Yeah.
beast mode before beast mode. He's the original beast mode.
Yeah.
I mean, you could not
The
tackle
Barbarian.
him. You never seen a guy fight to the end of a play like him. And I mean, he had one of the most immaculate 2-yard runs you'll ever see, where he avoided the safety missed about 6 tackles for a 2-yard pickup, probably the greatest 2-yard run in NFL history. But yeah, he was a monster. I just loved his style, his energy. You talk about that energy. That was a guy, and RIP to him too. But yeah, so another one that was gone young, but a legend to me. He didn't have the greatest numbers, but he was an all-around back. I loved him.
Marion the Barbarian. Like, I don't know who made that name up. I think we all felt it as soon as he did it. Like, I don't think we all said it at the same time. Marion the Barbarian. Like, I think we all said it at the same time.
Yeah.
Just because, he gave us that identity. Like, if anybody was trying to intimidate our offense, it wasn't happening with him. He wasn't letting that happen. All we had to do is give him the ball a couple times, and he run through that line of scrimmage, running over people, getting up, stomping. Like, what? You ain't stomping me, bro. And see, here's the thing. I was excited when they drafted him because, see, like I said, he was in Big Ten country. He went to the University of Minnesota.
So he was a steal too.
Steal.
Fourth
Because
round
they had another running back there, too. I can't remember his name. They had 2 really good running backs. They had another
Was
really
it Lawrence Maroney?
good.
Yep, with the Patriots.
My dog G.
Yep.
They had Maroney and Barber. They was nasty at Minnesota. They was both getting 1,000 yards over there. Nasty.
Maroney had a nice NFL.
Maroney
career, too.
had a nice career.
He got
Them
a Super
two
Bowl.
together was nasty. People don't know about that, though. You feel me? They was nasty. And I was like, when we got Barber, I was like, in the 4th, I was like, I was geeked.
Yeah.
Because I saw him at Minnesota running over people, was charging over people. He was running over people in the Big Ten. Wasn't he, G? Him and Rowan, they was nasty in Minnesota.
And how good of a pair was him and Julius Jones together? That was like
Man,
a lightning and thunder. Because
for
I
real.
love Julius Jones too. I really
If
did.
Julius Jones didn't have them damn injuries, because, his career's over when he got his shoulder broke.
Yeah. He ended up going to Seattle after
That's
the
what-
Cowboys, but man, yeah, he broke his collarbone or something like that, right?
Yep,
Was it
and-
shoulder?
Yeah, it was a
collarbone,
shoulder.
but-
Because I remember the game. He got smacked, and he was holding his shoulder. I
Man.
said, damn. Because he already had injuries when he was over there at Notre Dame.
Yeah,
You feel me?
But man, he was a monster. Like he really was when he was on. Because I remember when he was a rookie,
Dog, he was
playing
nasty.
2004, playing with Vinny Testaverde. He takes
That Seattle
They were
game.
tearing him up with the Seattle game. That's
That
the one
Seattle
I'm thinking
game.
of. Yep, the 200.
When he went
yards,
crazy.
3 touchdowns.
Went nuts.
Just kept hitting him with the draws.
Nuts.
The draws.
Nut-
Every
went
play.
crazy.
He was just tearing
Pause.
him up with the draw plays. Yeah, that was a good. And then Julius Jones was nice. I like
Bears
that
game, too.
Thomas
Remember
Jones' brother.
Bears game? Thanksgiving, he went
Yep,
crazy in that game,
Thanksgiving,
too.
that game. Yep, he was a monster rookie.
Thomas Jones was a dog.
Thomas Jones,
He was a
yep.
dog.
Yeah.
His brother was nasty, especially with them Jets and Bears.
He was
He's good with both of them.
Virginia Tech guy.
He was dog.
Yep.
He was an Uber
Rest in
dog.
peace. Anyway,
He
yeah,
might be an Uber dog.
yeah,
Hey,
he
Julius
was
Jones
really
was
good.
dog.
Thomas Jones.
Thomas
was-
Jones, Uber dog.
Yeah, Thomas Jones, and he was a high draft pick, Cardinals 6th overall pick
Yeah.
or something like that. I remember that. That's
Uber
crazy.
dog.
That's a long time ago.
That might be a new word, G.
Uber dog. Yeah, I like that.
Uber dog.
Yep.
Hey, you a dog, but you an Uber dog.
Yeah.
Let's
All
get it,
right,
man.
well, yeah,
Great
I
show.
guess we'll wrap it up. Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
Play that
there.
good music at the end.
Yeah, let's get that going right
Get
now.
that-
Yeah,
get that music popping.
we got
dog.
this is the official BGJ Show soundtrack
dog.
right here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Producer G. He started this shit. I know y'all don't believe it. Yeah, y'all do.
We started it, but yeah, we did it all together.
My name
yeah.
is T.
Hey, my dog T Fanny, nice with it, didn't he? Hey, didn't he hook this up?
Cowboys front office.
Yeah, I like this. I probably heard it a million times now because it just sits here on repeat.
And it don't get old though.
Don't even trip.
Yeah, I'm always like $10 holla.
Hey, but he took his time with it too, cause he would hit me up in my inbox. He's like, my bad, big. I'm still working. I said, motherfucker, take your time.
You get it when you get it.
I ain't worried. Take your time, cause I know you a beast. Cause he dropped beats, everything. He a beast in these
You
streets.
want it to be right. Is this his beat too?
Beat all that.
Hell
He
yeah.
did all this.
Original.
Monster.
That's perfect for what
So
we
I just
do.
said, you know what? Hey, take your time, and then
Yep.
you see what he did. Fire.
Yep.
Yo got fire.
Yep.
Yo got flame.
Hey, look for the clips coming out this week.
Clips is coming.
We got
lot
a
of good stuff
bunch
in
of
here.
good ones this week. So yeah,
'Cause
look for those.
G told me to be sober.
What's good,
Ah.
everybody? It's Big
Maybe
Game
just on the
Jay.
arrival.
G said, "Hey, get it together."
Let's get it.
Look, hey,
Now
hey,
is a good time.
Hey, see, that's why he's a producer G. My producer G said, "Hey, we have fun, but get it together."
I mean, hey, you know
I love
what?
him. That's why I love him.
I messed up a lot today too.
That's why I
though.
love
ain't
him,
gonna
though.
lie.
That's why I love him.
I messed up a lot
That's
today.
why I love him, though. Because I'll be like, I got you, dog. I said, look, we was in the car. I said, hey,
It's a $10.
I made a bunch of mistakes tonight too, but whatever, man.
we good.
It's all good because you know what?
Hey, hope.
We're all human.
Yeah.
But
we,
that's it.
we ain't AI.
Next week
close.
we'll talk about the
The
Cowboys'
victory.
victory
The
over
smashing.
the Eagles,
The smashing.
and then we're gonna talk about that Chiefs game.
Because another beatdown's coming.
When the Cowboys beat the Eagles, that Chiefs game is gonna be really high.
Woo!
That's gonna be big.
I mean, good turkey that game.
But yep. All right, we're out of here.
Peace.
They always gonna be the same way, so just don't even trip. Jerry's gonna be Jerry.